Welcome back, Viking Nation. Sorry for the bit of a delay. I'm here with Ryan Conlon and Ryan Bokina. Ryan Squared. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing well. Just watching a freshman come away with a great win. I'm excited to see what the next level up can do.
Yeah, freshman, like Con said, a great win, great game. Let's see if JV can combat that.
Yep, they'll definitely look to match the freshman's energy. I mean, it's always a great matchup when the Cardinals and Vikings square up.
And we got the varsity game going on right now at Franklin.
At Franklin High School, yeah.
Just started.
Yep, and that varsity matchup offsite does have some implications for this game, right? RJ Wicks not in the lineup for the JV team today. Usually a big contributor to this JV team.
Yeah, John Johnson also not in the lineup as well. Injured his hip flexor.
Yep.
So
two big losses for them.
Big losses.
As Jaden Height brings it up, looking to break this soft Plainfield press. And it's Io stripped quickly.
Looks like I'll get the nod. Johnson used to start. Io takes his place.
Yep, definitely. There's so much guard depth on this team that whenever there's an injury, Coach Young's got guys to step up. Kendall with the big board.
I mean, if I got to pick one player on this team that I like watching, it's Kendall. I mean, he's all over the court. I love watching him in the low post. I mean, he just usually when the Vikings go up against another team, he's usually one of the most dominant players that we see on the court.
Definitely. And he really almost has like trampolines for shoes.
Rogers puts it up and in.
Quick and one.
Usually you rarely see the and one floater. It's a bit of a niche shot. Finishes there in the paint like a tree amongst bushes.
So we haven't mentioned it yet, but the Vikings are the 2 seed in the county tournament. So they're going to be set up to go on a run and see how far we can take this team. I mean, we've said all season long this is probably one of the best JV teams we've seen in the history of Union Catholic. So
yep, I'm sure Coach Young was cackling when he saw that they were the number 2 seed rather than the number 1 seed. They took a tough loss to Westfield, then the committee thought that was enough to put them at the 2 seed rather than the 1. But nonetheless, I think they've got to be the favorite to win it.
3 was short from the 2 there.
Wow, gets it out to Peralta. He'll reset the offense. Quick drive. Out to Height. He'll drive. Baseline. Floater. No good. Rebounded Rogers. Saves it on the baseline.
That was good body control to keep it in.
Yeah. Good balance.
Yeah, it was like almost like tight roping that baseline. It's Io on the ball. Now it's Ian out on the perimeter. Gets blown by, but the help D is there. Viking close out well and force the miss. Peralta with the rebound.
That was Tamir with the 3 right there. 0-0. I don't know. I've seen that yet.
Yeah, it's a niche number. Some programs just don't believe in the number.
Yeah.
Ian in the high post. Out to Io. Out to Height. Peralta on the wing. Ian high post. Out to Height. His 3. No good. Off the back rim. Kendall high points the ball, looking like Randy Moss, and nearly gets the and 1. He'll go to the line for 2. You see there working the ball around.
Physicality. I mean, he just plays more aggressive than a lot of the people he's going up against, and when that happens, you're usually going to have the advantage.
Definitely, especially because he is a varsity swing, so in those varsity practices, he's got to go up against FK and Yao every single day.
Yeah, and RJ and all these guys, I mean, just bigger than most teams' bigs.
Yep, every single drill at the varsity level for this UC team is a war.
Yeah. First shot was good from Philliston.
And for UC offensively, they're really trying to swing it around, trying to get it into the high post to break this Plainfield zone.
Yeah. I mean, you're missing 2 of your best players. Maybe the strategy remains the same. This team has enough depth to keep doing what they've been doing because it's really worked, except for that loss from Westfield. They've just been dominant the whole season pretty much. So why change anything if it's not broken?
In a 2-2-1 soft zone press here. And they get the board.
Yeah.
Coach Young pleased. JV looks to run. Io spins.
By Io.
Called for a travel there.
Interesting call there.
Tough call there for the kid. But I like the aggressiveness in transition.
I mean, he's usually one of the first to come off the bench. Just providing that spark. He's a fast player. He plays fast. So you could tell just on that play he was able to get by the defender very quickly.
Ian defends the drive well. Foul on the floor. It will be on Peralta.
Now we've seen this. I mean, I don't want to say that they've been struggling, but this Plainfield program this year has done something that they've never done as a program before. They've just been utterly dominant, up to 4th in the state on the varsity level.
Yep.
So I mean, you could point that to maybe the players on varsity, but for me, I'm saying just an all-around program like overhaul. They've just been dominant for most
Definitely.
of the season. Yeah.
Height sets up shop at the volleyball line, pressured heavily, is fouled.
That foul was on number 2. Oh, that was on Candido for the foul right there.
Iowa in the backcourt brings it up.
Loses control of it.
Gives up on the play, mid-play.
Yeah, that's Tamir right there. Great rebound by Rogers.
UC catches the break. They get the wide open stop.
Kendall wide open in the corner. Doesn't get
I almost makes up for it.
Great rebound by Rogers. Second chance is no good.
Both teams heavily transition offense.
7-2 UC early on. A 3 from Eli is good.
I mean, if Plainfield can get the 3-ball going,
Yeah.
that's a big part of their game that they could really open up.
That was that play was opened up because of a screen, and that happens. It's just open shots everywhere.
Peralta got fouled by Naeem on the way up for the layup.
Like the baseline drive, but did try an acrobatic finish over 2. Ian was wide open off the pick and pop. Might want to hit him for the midi on the next one.
Just to mention here, it's Plainfield's 4th team foul. One more, and UC will be going on the line in all fouls.
With Schusen and Kane come in for Io and Rogers.
Yeah, for Plainfield, we see Ahmed, number 13, coming to the game. He's got a lot of size, so it'll be something Vikings gonna focus on, maybe.
Especially interesting because now UC's biggest player in Rogers just came out.
Yeah.
And Plainfield just added a lot of size to their lineup.
9-5 UC.
UC in his zone here, 2-3.
Ooh, there's Ahmed right away. Try to get it to him, but he loses control of it and be Vikings ball.
Plainfield wants anything in offense. Just going to have to keep on feeding it to him. He's by far the biggest guy on the court.
He had the opportunity there, like Burkina said. He was just couldn't finish.
Peralta drives baseline, bailed out by Benny with Schusen. Now it's Height setting up the offense. Off the Kendall screen. Gets to work, slashes out to Jay. Hand off to Wischusen. Hand off to Peralta. He'll drive. He'll look to finish.
Fouled.
Very tough take
That
there.
foul was on 0-0 to Mir right there.
Plainfield's 5th team foul.
So now what you want to see if you're Plainfield's coach right now, 5-1 in the foul category. With still 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Peralta's first shot is good.
He gets the lucky bounce there.
I mean, I like watching him play. He's an unselfish player. I've watched him many times just pass up an open 3 to hit a guy that was open in the post. So Peralta is one of the best players this season as a freshman on this JV squad. Three from Eli. Rims out.
Despite the miss, I love the look. That's how you break a zone. You get it to the big man on the high post. If the defense collapses, you swing it out for a 3. If they don't, take the midi or drive.
Right.
Peralta escapes the double off the screen.
Ooh.
His shot is blocked.
Blocked by Tamir.
Call Union Catholic ball.
Stay blue.
Oh, we got Jake Kane inbounding it for the Vikings. One of our 3 specialists.
Out to Cadell in the corner. Now it's Height.
Free up Jay in the corner.
Yeah, they were trying to run that little
Yeah.
pin down action. Plainfield read it very, very well.
Yeah, Height lost control of it there.
Yeah, if Jay can get open like that in the corner, I mean, there's no stopping that. I mean, that's a good play. Coach Young drew up. It just Plainfield did a good job to defend that.
Right.
Yep, and since they defended it well, you got to run a different play now.
Yeah.
Peralta, good play by Tamir.
Pass is intercepted. Peralta looking like Sam Darnold out there. Plainfield read it real well.
Too much of a lollipop pass there.
And now, ooh,
Ooh, good
pump fake.
by
midi
Eli.
pull-up is good.
Yeah.
That was a smooth play right there.
Right.
I swore he was going to pull up from
Yeah.
3, but
Yeah.
tricked us all.
2. They passed it up twice.
Jaden Height nearly turns it over on the baseline. Yeah, and I think Coach Young is just absolutely sick of what he's seeing out there.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was a coach, I would
Call
also be.
timeout.
And, this is really a signature early game Coach Young timeout. Obviously, he let his team ride it out a little bit. They do have a lead, right?
Decent
4
job,
points.
Decent job.
Yep. They probably want more of a lead. Bokina, what do you see out of the Vikings, and what do you think Coach Young is saying right now that he's telling his team to, really extend this lead?
I think he's been telling them to calm down. It's interesting. He's going through most of his lineup, so looks like he's confident, with 1 through 9, 1 through 10.
Yep.
I think Unicathic is rushing, though, a bit on offense. I think the second they start to slow down, Plainfield won't know what to do, and it'll be a completely different game. But Plainfield's, staying in this game because of their transition offense, because of their, aggressiveness. So as long as UC calms us down, and, Coach Young will be happy.
Yep, I agree. And it's interesting how you say, 1 through 10. And it's ironic, too, because they're missing 2 of their best guys, so they can really go 12 deep at this point. What a team this is. And that really matters for in the county tournament for, let's say, example, right? You have Johnson out with a hip flexor injury. You got guys that can step up.
Yeah, this is against a good team, too, in Plainfield. It's not no terrible team here.
Yeah, you never walk into an arena with Plainfield in the building and say, yeah, this is a free win.
And a foul will be caught here, so Dell will go to the line for 2. Shaky getting up.
I would be interested to know if there are any, Plainfield swings that are not playing tonight because of the varsity matchup. Maybe they're over there at Franklin High School.
I would say, I have no information on this really, but I would say probably not, just because they typically roll with the same lineup. So they only got a few guys coming off the bench, like 2 or 3 guys coming off the bench. So they're kind of like the Knicks in real life.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So I have no information on that. That's what I think. But we do see a new player for Plainfield, number 11. That is Xavier R. for them. So see what
Dell
they
makes
get
the
out of him.
second.
You really got to feel for the knees of both the Knicks players and these Cardinal
Yeah.
players. That is just not easy. I'm sure the local orthopedist is very, very happy with all the business he's getting.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Plainfield, I want to see them start to get the ball inside to Ahmed, number 13, more. That'll work too. 3 from Demir.
Yep, the way you break a zone really is going inside out.
Yeah.
Plainfield got a bit lucky there, and then they got a quick steal off the inbound. It's a charge drawn by Peralta. Brilliant by him.
It really heads up an IQ play there by Peralta.
He's a very, very fundamental player when it comes to drawing charges. I've really never seen someone, draw charges as consistently as he does.
Yeah, very team-oriented player. He's always looking to do things, help this Viking squad out.
Plainfield with a heavy press here. See if UC can break it.
Yep, they just got to steal off the last one. But Peralta breaks this one
What a
well.
move there by Peralta.
Great pass to Rogers.
Wow,
Looks like
perfect press break there.
We got under a minute to go now in the quarter. 14-10 Vikings.
Sure,
And-
Coach
and-
Young's pleased with that.
And it just glares at you, that 5-to-1 foul ratio for the Cardinals. And the shot from Eli is good. His second 3. Got 6 points.
Usually to break a zone, you go inside out. Plainfield's saying, yeah, we're just going to start outside, and you're going to have to guard us on the perimeter.
Yeah, they scored a majority of their points from the 3-point line, so
Yeah.
not a good thing if you're Union Catholic.
And that's with having the biggest guy on the court right now.
Heavy defense here by Plainfield. Almost a turnover. There's a turnover.
Kane turns it over. As you said, Plainfield looks to push. No foul call.
Defense by Rogers. Standard.
Now Plainfield resets. Inside out game. The one more pass.
Eli, you don't want to leave him open. No. Shot is no good.
Foul call with 2 seconds
Be-
remaining.
Go.
Be Cardinals ball, though.
See if Plainfield can get a quick basket, take the lead.
Yeah, just like that, and they're going to be in front in this game. It's like a
Yep.
2.7 seconds left.
I mean, you have more than enough time to get a good shot up.
You see Io come back in the game, and Jaden Height Peralta comes out for the Vikings.
Yeah, just add a little speed against these
yeah.
Plainfield guards. They get a wide open shot.
That's Eli from 3. His third of the game.
I mean, that right there is
a 16-14 lead.
that is going to haunt Coach Young going into this quarter break. I mean, it was pretty obvious what they were going to run. Quick little elevator screen. The guards could not keep up with the screen. Colin, what do you think Coach Young is telling his team right now besides, wow, you guys messed up that play, going into the second quarter?
Yeah, I mean, I just think they gotta start continuing to rebound more on the defensive line. And Plainfield's been getting. I know they got the biggest guy on the court, but I think rebounding is more of a team thing. So I think if you rally together against Plainfield, you should be able to come out on top most of the time than not, because it's just one big guy. So you can work around him, try to get those boards and limit Plainfield's opportunities. Because when you've been giving them, like on that last play, you saw him come in, you had a chance for a steal. They kick it to wide open Eli, knocks it down. You can't like consistently survive like that. So I just want to see them improve that aspect.
I really agree with what you said about how rebounding is a team game, right? Because let's say 4 out of the 5 guys box out. But then the one guy who doesn't box out, his man gets the rebound. That's just demoralizing for the entire team. And then no one wants to box out because you're going to war down low in the paint, and all of a sudden, one of the guards fails to box out, gives up a long rebound. Why would you ever want to, go to war if you're not going to get the ball at the end of the day?
I totally agree. Your coach is going to Coach Young. I know I never played for him, but you did. They're going to be telling you rebound, box out. Like once they hear him say that and it's not working, they might start to stray away from that a little. That's not what you want, because that's obviously the right thing for you to do.
Yep, and Coach Young definitely watches back this film, and you never want to be the guy that didn't get the rebound on a play that everyone defended well, right? If you force a bad shot, obviously no shot clock, but if you somehow force a bad shot, but then you give up like a long offensive rebound, I mean, that is just killer. You're getting grilled in the film room.
Yeah. We do have an update here from the varsity girls. They just defeated Dayton by 1 point on the road to improve to 16-4. Gabby Zingabald scored 12 points, so she now needs 23 points to reach 1,000 in her career. She'll try to reach that milestone this Monday versus Newark Lab on Senior Day. So
that would be fitting. That would be very fitting.
She'll reach it. She'll reach it.
Yeah.
You have a very realistic goal for her.
Oh, yeah.
3 from number 2, no good. Didn't even hit the net.
Good board by Kendall.
Height looks to slow it down. Pressured on the full court.
See, if UC been a bit lazier last quarter, and Coach Young hates lazy mistakes. So, well.
Good hustle by Height to try to
tried to save his own miss. Forced to turn it over. Gets out well.
Demir's going to try to midi. No good.
Height looks to push. Iowa on his right. Set just goes up with it. Offensive foul is called. And Height really knew it from the jump.
Yeah.
No energy off that foul call. His body language is saying, yeah, I know I just gave up a charge.
Joey Letourneau, number 13, comes in the game for the Vikings. So we see a lot of speed right now on the front court for the Vikings, Io and Joey. It's a pretty fast combination. And
Joey usually decently far down on the depth chart. I mean, that just shows both the fact that they're a bit shorthanded today, and the fact that Coach Young might not be liking what he's seeing out of his guards. Currently down 4.
Eli with already 11 points out of 18 for Plainfield. So, I mean, he's been probably their main scorer, so a main offensive catalyst.
Plainfield going on a little scoring run here.
Letourneau turns it over.
Plainfield's defense has drastically improved in the past few minutes.
Rogers gives up the foul.
That's questionable there, but look to be more contact than just the ball there. So Ahmed will go to the line for 2.
That's a tough foul there for Rogers to give up because he was in good position, right? The reason that, he was a bit off his man was because Letourneau just got blown by, so he needed to be there for help defense. The Plainfield player dumps it off well from the help.
Yeah.
And unfortunately just not in a position to get back in time.
Yeah, Peralta comes back in for Philston. So now Plainfield's got a huge size advantage team. I guess Rogers and Ahmed working against each other, but just overall they're a larger team, which isn't going to help with the Vikings that are continue to try to rebound in this game environment. 20-14 now. They're behind by 6. So that's where it just amplifies. It becomes more important. Not that it already wasn't important before, but
Kane for 3. It's
yeah,
good.
That's
Cuts the lead in half. 2-3.
That's why Kane's in the game. I mean, that's the number one thing he does well. I mean,
Now he'll get going.
I remember watching him for multiple years. He's always been one of those guys that you can count on to hit that clutch shot.
Peralta draws an off-ball charge. I mean, so fundamental from him, really. And for Kane on the other end, right, Coach Young would always say last year, Kane, if you're not going to shoot the ball, I can't put you in the game. Because when you're in the game, you have one job, and that's to make threes. And obviously, as a shooter, you're going to miss about 60 to even 70% of the threes you take. But you got to take them to even make them. Fortunately, a Plainfield player injured right now gives Coach Young a bit of time to, talk it over with his squad, trying to get a spark out of them.
Yeah.
Because this is not the team that we were seeing early in the year. I mean, I forget how many wins in a row they had. Maybe it was 9, 10, or even 11.
Yeah,
I
think it might have been 9, I think. 8 or 9. But it was a lot. I mean,
but then they went on a 2-game losing skid. Once to Linden, then to Westfield.
Love to see number 4 get back up right there. One of the key players for this team is starter. So good for the Cardinals over there.
Peralta gets the inbound. Out to Isle. Blows by 3.
All defenders.
I'm trying to get Kane open for that same exact. Yep.
And he pulls it.
Oh.
No good.
Great reap. Oh, that would have been big. Isle over the biggest guy in the court right there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What a steal there by Peralta.
Yeah.
One-handed, looking
Been
like
all over
Garrett
the
Wilson.
place. Yeah. What a move. And one.
Finishes on the other end.
I mean, he blew straight by the Plainfield player, just standing there waiting for the charge.
Now it's a 1-point game, or just like that. Have a chance to tie it up right here.
And that's really what Coach Young is looking for, and really all of his players. It doesn't matter who's out there on the floor. He wants a spark from really just anyone when you're down like that.
Right, yeah, totally agree. So just like 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes to go in the half. Shot from Peralta's good. We see the injured Demir come back into the game for Plainfield.
Quick recovery there. Shout out to the trainer. Double off-ball picks there for Plainfield.
Just doesn't work.
Costly turnover
Good
there
defense by
Plainfield.
Letourneau to not allow him to get. He didn't really have any space there. Even if he caught that, he's still 10 feet away from the basket.
Kane out to Peralta. Scans the defense. Guarded soft by 2 different players. And turns it over, but they get it right back.
Eli loses control there, but he was in the right spot at the right time.
Peralta backdoors his man. But then
defense.
the man who just got backdoored pickpocketed him. Now Plainfield gets set up. Blow by layup, no good.
Kane with the rebound. Ooh.
He's called for a travel. Very, very tough call there.
See, Ahmed, number 13, is injured on Plainfield. Another injured player for them. It's not what you want to see.
Yep, and 2 players right in the exact same spot.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of the aggressiveness. Maybe there's just, a
Yeah.
massive dent in the floor.
Yeah. It's the same. Yeah.
Once again, Coach Young will have a free timeout to talk this over. So, Bikino, what do you think Coach Young is telling his players right now in this, kind of fake timeout?
I think Coach Young, he hates laziness, he hates non-hustle plays, and that's what they're really losing on Plainfield. Plainfield, they, both teams are, good at basketball, good polished. I think Union Catholic is more polished, but I think Plainfield overall has more athleticism, and I think, they're still in this game because of boards that they're getting, hustle plays, steals, blocks, and I think Coach Young, he doesn't take too light to that, so he's probably mad about that. But let's see, because Union did go on a run here. Union Catholic did go on a run here, so let's see what he's talking over,
And, for Coach Young, it's a difficult task to really engrave into your team that starting 8-0 or 9-0, it doesn't mean anything, right? You need to win the county tournament to cement your legacy as one of the greatest JV teams of all time. They don't hang banners or give out trophies for potential. I mean, got to prove it on the court.
Peralta bring the ball up again. Coach Young has a lot of trust in Peralta, looks like.
He definitely does as a freshman. But then there, he turns it over.
That was Candido there with a left-hand finish.
Finishes straight over Peralta, yep.
Yeah.
You tell he was preparing to high point the ball off the glass. Kane pump fake.
I mean, it's a rare time you see Kane pass up a three to go driving.
To drive in, yeah.
And I actually do like the drive. I thought it was a good look.
Yeah, I do like him. Yeah.
And he gets a steal.
Right there.
Rewarded for his aggressiveness in the play earlier.
Ooh, good hustle by Io.
Nearly saves it.
Timeout Plainfield.
Yeah, I would definitely want to talk it over too, right? You have a lead. It's only 2 points, but a lead nonetheless. Game getting a bit helter-skelter. So, Conlon, what do you think the Plainfield coach is telling his guys in the timeout right now to get his team ready to go out there and finish this half strong?
I mean, if one thing I've seen, I talked about it the last time with the Vikings. They've been rebounding the ball well. I mean, I think they just gotta focus on ball control right now. Like they've been losing control of the ball. Like Bokina said, they're probably the more athletic team overall. So if you can get your guys out in the space, it's just like football, man. Just attack the basket, attack down the field. Well, you got the guys with the skill to do that. So I think just tell them, have patience. You got to lead. Let's just close out the half strong. So
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I know Plainfield does actually have a strong football program, as you mentioned. Yeah. I'm sure some of these players did play football at one point in their careers. Maybe they still do. Definitely some translation there from football to basketball. And for UC, right, I think Coach Young is just hammering the same things. You guys have not won anything yet, right? You need to rebound. You need to not turn the ball over. It's always little things with, a team that good, right? He's not going to tell his team, jump higher, be faster. They're already really athletic.
Yeah.
Letourneau still out there on the court. Not a dig at his skill at all, but, last year, let's say, he would have been maybe the 6th or 7th man off the bench. But this year, the team just so deep, he's really, down to 10 or 11, 12.
Like we said in the beginning, with Wicks and Johnson out, you're just going to see some of these guys get more minutes, obviously. And I like to see Joey play.
Me too.
He's good on defense.
He's done
around.
He's done well to hold his own today, proving that even guys down low in the rotation deserve minutes.
Especially for his size, he's a smaller guy too, and he's been well against all these big kids.
And overall for Union County, this is what you want to see. You want to see these JV teams being good, being competitive. This is the future varsity teams you're going to see.
Yep.
Playing two powers in Union County.
And Letourneau causes the turnover. Height ends up with it. He'll look to push. Kendall on the baseline. Letourneau for three in the corner. It's good. What a shot from him. Puts the Vikings up. It's Peralta on the ball. Not too many people in attendance for this game.
Right. A lot of people. Oh, great finish.
A lot of people probably going to the varsity game, resulting in a little bit of less energy coming out of the crowd.
Under 3 minutes ago, 24-23. We've gotten a close game. We've gotten the game we expected.
Kendall on the low post gets to work.
Gets the offensive board.
Gets it to Joey.
Oh,
Joey will take
Joey Letourneau.
Shot was no good. Rebound by Rogers. So UC was taking my words to heart. They're now rebounding very well.
Yep, third chance opportunity. Peralta 4-3. No good. And Plainfield finally.
At 3-on-1, they barely got it.
Grabs the defensive board. Yep. Height hit by a screen. Plainfield goes to work. What a pick and roll there.
Called a foul on Height.
The roll man just working so well inside, weaving his way through Height and Rogers. Ends up with a pocket of space, receives the ball, goes up with it, and is fouled.
First shot from who's that? Benjamin is no good.
And it's Wischusen in for Rogers.
Second shot from Benjamin is also no good. Rebound by Peralta. So he goes 0 for 2 from the line.
Height sets up the offense. Looks for Kendall in the low post. Rejects the Wischusen screen and is fouled. That low post look right there for Kendall is a design look. He wants all the other players to be off ball on the other side of the court, freeing up the lane for a low post player to get to work.
All right.
Peralta at the logo. Guarded closely.
It's under 2 minutes to go here. You see down 1.
It's a close game, competitive game. I believe the first matchup between these two ended up in a double-digit win for the Vikings. So this game much more competitive.
Yeah. That's not what you would expect if I'm looking at this.
And
It was a play there by Peralta.
And it was away at Plainfield, too.
That's a tough environment to play.
Yeah, that's a
in.
really tough environment to play at.
Yeah. Great pass inside.
I think Kendall, missed that layup because he was just so shocked he was that open.
It's a foul on Demir, number 4 right there, on Philliston trying to go up.
The Plainfield away section letting Kendall hear it.
Wow.
Misses
Working.
the first.
Works. It's proven.
And they'll let him hear it again. And misses both. Referee timeout.
Ref's gonna go consider what's going on up there. Minute and a half to go. 24-23 Plainfield.
Yeah, see what Plainfield tries to do here. Slow down.
Don't hate the idea of holding for the last shot. I'm a big proponent of holding for the last shot. Me personally, it might be a bit crazy.
Yeah, I think it's too much right now.
If I was a coach, and let's say, obviously I'm not saying that this Plainfield team is worse than the Vikings, but if
And that shot is good from Benjamin.
what an and one there.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, right, if I was a coach, and let's just make a hypothetical scenario here. If I thought my team was worse than the other team, I would just hold the ball for 8 minutes and take one shot every single quarter. Because why not? With no shot clock, reduce the amount of possessions, reduce the sample size, and try to win the game on 4 possessions.
That's an interesting strategy. I haven't heard that one before.
And actually, Coach Regan tried it once in a game, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and nearly beat one of the best teams in the state with a roster that was not nearly as good as that team.
See what Peralta can do here to combat that
under a
and
minute
one.
to go.
What a move by Peralta.
Nearly gets it to go, but stuffed by the rim. 45 seconds left. Definitely want to hold flash shot here.
Right, yeah. I think the last possession was too much time on the clock. Here, this is a good spot for them to do that.
Speaking of long-range 3.
No good. Rebound by number 2. That was
Another offensive board from Plainfield.
That was Candido again, so a couple good finishes for him.
For Union Catholic here,
Now
you
Plainfield.
definitely want to hold for last shot.
Now Plainfield leads up
Definitely.
to 6 already.
Because, the Union Catholic defenders are looking like traffic cones on defense right now.
It's a foul on Plainfield. It's on Candido, number 2.
That will put the Vikings in the bonus. Peralta will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, so I believe Plainfield had 5 fouls in the first quarter too, so that's 10 already in the game. Just not what you want. It's an area of the game that could clean up probably. You could even argue that have a bigger lead if it wasn't for that.
Plainfield student section letting them hear it again.
It's 0 for 3 since they started making some noise over there.
Clearly, it's working. Not sure UC supporters support that, but
Yeah.
Freshman may be a little heated that they lost. Take it out on a UC JV team. Peralta makes a second.
Timeout. Plainfield.
Yeah, Peralta there sinks the free throw and silences the crowd.
So we got 15 seconds, 5-point lead for Plainfield. So I think they're just, I mean, it's going to be their ball. So I think they're going to try to obviously get the last shot. And I'd say they've got a lot of momentum right now. I feel like they've been playing well defensively. They've been doing offensively. They've been okay. I mean, I want to say they've been dominant, but they've just done enough.
Yep.
Defense has been the main thing they've done well, I think, and rebounding. So just continue that philosophy. Your offense eventually should come together.
Definitely don't want to take a shot early here, right? That would remind me of the ALJ girls game that we had a few days ago. It took a really unexplainable shot,
all the way over
and
there.
they ended up losing the game on a game winner. Don't want to shoot it up with 10 seconds to give Union Catholic a chance to close the deficit going into the half.
I mean, it's clear the UC teams have that clutch gene.
Definitely.
You don't want to put that into play.
Bokina, defensively for the Vikings, what do you think Coach Young is telling his team in the timeout right now, getting his team ready to close out this half?
No fouls, just no fouls. I mean, UC it does have four team fouls, so one more and then they'll go line. But just no fouls, stay back. I don't see them being too aggressive, honestly, here. I feel like if they would be aggressive, they would get beat because Plainfield looks quicker. Yeah. So, no fouls and they'll stay back.
Not a very clean game so far. I was pretty much the opposite of the freshman game that me and Bokina saw.
UC gets a turnover. 5 seconds to go. See what Io could do.
Get it to Benny.
And he turns it over with 0.8 seconds left.
Io almost too fast for his own good.
They had Benny there cutting on the other side.
That's really always been the thing with Io. He's so fast, but too fast for his own good. Obviously, Coach McCabe of the track team definitely just salivating at the thought of, Io running a 100-meter dash. But basketball-wise, got to make sure you put the ball down and control that before you go out speeding. That will be the end of our first half action. Stay tuned for the second half action. This is going to be a doozy. I expect this UC Vikings team to come out quickly out of this break, because really this team is so high quality. They've been on an 11-0 run to start it out. I mean, there's just no way that this team can just fall apart near the end. That'll do it. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
that?
Welcome back to Union Catholic live stream. We're here for the second half of action between the JV Vikings and the Plainfield Cardinals. We got 29-24 is your score. So, yeah, we're back.
Prediction is UC comes out to a hot start. We'll see if I'm right. Peralta brings it up. Blows by. Steps back. Thinks about it. Goes through.
Wow.
And
What
puts
a play
it
there
in.
by Peralta.
Love the pump fake step through move. Highly effective at really all levels.
So we see
Plainfield, a quick bucket of their own.
yeah, Benjamin with the finish there. You got Height wide open on the wing over there.
Peralta directs traffic out to Height on the wing. His three-pointer no good.
I mean, I still like that look, though. I still like that look a lot.
I love it too. Plainfield to inbound it here. After a great stop on defense. I mean, if they can string together a few stop scores, they'll be in a great position here to win this game.
Ready. Sloppy plays from
Inside
Plainfield. See if they can get the
Can't finish.
gets the board. Big boy.
Blocked by Rogers.
Peralta with a good rebound. The center of this team is Peralta.
Got
In
a
this game.
five-point lead for the Cardinals.
I feel like Peralta shifted into more of a John Johnson role because Johnson's out with that hip flexor injury, and he's normally the heart of this team. But it looks like Peralta's been filling in for him well.
Also, no Tyler Altabelli for the JV team today. I just realized that now. Now that's a bit of a perplexing move by the Union Catholic staff. But nonetheless, they definitely know more than me.
Plainfield up by 5 with 6 minutes to go. See what a nasty block
Yup,
there.
Kendall swatted. Plainfield now gets to run in transition.
It's Demir with the revert. I mean, just a weird shot.
Acrobatic
You
there.
see has a number advantage here.
Peralta,
And Peralta gets the and one.
That's his second in the game.
Peralta takes care of that
See if
advantage
he can-
opportunity.
On the touchdown pass.
Seen a lot of and ones today, right, Bokino?
Yeah,
a lot.
of and one. Even the freshman
lot,
game,
yeah.
there's a lot.
I'm talking-
It's because both teams
Yeah, just
athletic,
seen a
both
ton
teams
of-
hustle, both teams playing with a lot of heart.
Shot from Peralta's good. Cuts the lead to 2. Plainfield.
Yeah, and just like Miller said, you see going on a little bit of a run, so they've been hot. See if they can take care and possibly get into the lead here.
A stop and a score here will get the Vikings back to level.
See if they can do it.
Height flies by his man.
Good fake there.
Demir couldn't hit the midi right there.
Yeah, UC gets a lucky break there. I mean, that's a shot that goes in at least 60% of the time. Now it's Height rejecting the Kendall screen. Now looks for Kendall. Kendall gives it Io on the handoff. Euro step. No good, but he's fouled.
Good move there by Io.
Benjamin's second foul at 2 straight possessions.
His strides were so long and fast there, he ended up on the other side of the basket. Don't even think he realized where he was in space.
Io with the opportunity to tie this game.
First one, no good. Off the back iron. Io's second one good. You've seen a soft 2-2-1 press. Now looking for steals here, just trying to speed up the Plainfield offense. Io hit by a hard screen.
Shot from Eli.
No good.
No, not even close.
questionable no call there.
As Peralta brings it up and directs some traffic off the Rogers screen. Rejects it, actually, to the rim.
Good.
He's fouled.
I feel like we don't talk about Peralta enough.
Yeah.
You know, he's still a freshman, but he's showing signs of, like, you know, being a junior.
This is a great game.
Yeah, just a great player.
31 to 30.
Yeah.
And just for a quick update on the varsity game happening down in Franklin, UC is currently losing to the varsity Cardinals 28-23, but definitely a very competitive game down there.
Hits the second.
UC with their first lead. What's been like forever. It's felt like forever.
Yeah. We got Eli controlling the ball here at the top, working against Rogers. He loses it. He'll be back to the Vikings. Okino, what's going on right now that the Vikings have been able to take the lead and get a lot of momentum here in these last 2 possessions?
Look, I think they've been playing. They seem to be playing better defense. They seem to be well controlled, well tamed. They've been containing Plainfield, which is the biggest thing, and they've been containing Plainfield's extreme athleticism and their speed and everything. So overall, UC's done a phenomenal job these past few minutes. Like Miller called it, they did go on a little run. So great call there by Miller. Looks like it'll be a jump ball. See who it remains with. Looks like it'll stay with UC.
Yeah, it'll be UC ball.
Peralta to inbound. Looking for Cadell underneath. Ball stolen.
Ton of Plainfield bodies, though.
Yeah, ball nearly stolen away. Instead, Cadell fouled. I do like the look there from the Vikings, but it almost looked a bit too forced, and Plainfield was able to read that well. But they did give up a foul in the process, so UC getting another chance for it.
This is the same lineup that came out to start this quarter, so the difference from the first half is that Coach Young is not using as much of his bench. It's an interesting trend to see here. See what Ayo can do here. Tries to go in for the, gets blocked. Gets the ball right back. Gets blocked again. Same possession to be Plainfield let the ball out, so it will remain Union Catholic ball.
Ayo off the Rogers screen. Height on the wing. Off the Ayo screen. Peralta wide open for 3. Top of the key. It's good. What a shot from Peralta. Extends the lead to 4.
See if what Plainfield can call right back.
They took a pull-up 3 of their own. Could not answer Peralta. And now Hillick has set up the offense.
You see jumping out to a 4-point lead. They haven't had this lead since about 6 minutes into the first quarter. So you see done extreme adjusting at the half, courtesy of Coach Young.
Peralta wide open in the corner, baseline drive, off the pump fake, turns it over. Plainfield look at the push. Blocking foul called on Kendall. Plainfield will go to the line for 2.
Both teams engaging in hustle up and down the court, so this will stop everybody for a bit, give them a little bit of a rest.
Yep. I mean, that's the kind of game you really expect when you have the Cardinals and Vikings face off. And really, any teams in this tough division.
Yeah, I mean, Union County Conference really, honestly, runs the state.
Yep. I mean, you see in the top 10 rankings, 3, even 4 teams sometimes in the top 10. Height off the explosive behind the back.
What a move.
I mean, that might be one of the best plays I've ever seen out of a JV team.
Kendall with the dunk. That's all credit. Kendall with the...
Straight out of center field, looking like a
Height.
linebacker up the middle.
It's the points to go.
What a sequence for this JV team, showing why they deserve to be the #1 seed in this county tournament.
And another Io with another steal.
Straight out to Rogers, and this team is hype.
Also from UC all around.
I
Crowd
mean,
finally getting into it.
This is what I expected to see out of this team from the jump. I mean, the county ranking just came out. They're #2, being slept on against Westfield. Thought they were really going to, try to show the committee that they were wrong in that decision.
Not a great shot taken by Peralta there, but see if he can make up for it on the defensive side.
I mean, what a standing dunk by Kendall.
Oh, yeah.
Off the dunker spot in the low post.
Incredible leaping ability there. The ball gets stuck. Well, that's in a really tough angle, too.
It's not very often you see a JV dunk.
Kendall just,
And I'm sure there's a lot of JV players that can dunk, but there's a difference, massive difference actually, between being able to dunk and being athletic enough to get a dunk in game. Totally different. Timeout called by Coach Young and the Vikings. Coach Young has got to be happy with what he's seeing out of his JV squad. So much energy coming out. Now for Plainfield in this timeout, Ryan, what do you think the coach is telling them? Obviously they might be a bit, not necessarily undersized, but the skill might not be at the same level as this Vikings team. What is he telling his team right now to get them back into this game?
I think it's the same talk we had with the freshmen. I think in some situations, Plainfield should start to slow it down. They have been getting most of their points on the transition, on the defensive mistakes, offensive mistakes from Union Catholic. But I think their coach is telling them to calm down, run your sets, run your plays, because they're taking a lot of shots where, I don't know, not the greatest shots, questionable shots, not shots that's like goes in every time. So I think they should just calm down. The hustle's been right at it with Union Catholic. It's just the skills a little bit of issue because UC looks more polished, have better moves, but Plainfield should look for better shots.
Yep, and they were up for so much of this game. It just shows that, even though they might not have the exact same skill level as this UC Vikings team, they can still put up a fight, and I expect them to really, not necessarily make a run, but put in a good effort to try and make a run. And I think this could be close coming down into the final stages.
It looks like Coach Young rolling out with Kane will come in for Peralta. Peralta's been the hero for this Union Catholic team, so looks like just giving him a little rest. He'll be back in shortly.
Height escapes the pressure well. Out to Kendall. Gets it back. And now they'll go iso ball as he crosses it over half court. At the volleyball line, directing traffic. Elevator screen for Jay Kane. Despite the miss, I love the elevator screen look. One of Coach Young's signature plays.
See if Plainfield can hit their tradition. And they're going to slow down, so interesting to see here. They will be rewarded. Yeah, see, the slower they go, the more they take their time, the more they run their plays, and they'll get points.
Yeah, tough look there. Io had to help off of Jay Kane. Ended up getting beat, trying to recover.
That'll be Plainfield's 5th team foul. Just over a minute to go.
Misses the first one off the back iron. This is a great test, and not necessarily, a hostile environment, but there are some people in this Plainfield crowd that are giving them some trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been
And it's a
working.
good test because they have Rahway in the first game of the county tournament. And, no disrespect to the Rahway JV team, but this Vikings team should advance there, and it's really going to prepare them for harder basketball later into the month.
Rogers misses both.
But gets the
Right
rebound.
back.
I love that he did not pull it. He was wide open, not a man for 10 feet, but instead taking control of the possession, taking care of the basketball, knowing that it's a valuable asset, and got to get to a great half-court set with a minute left.
Ball right
And
back.
he is rewarded for his
Easy
efforts.
layup. UC will jump off to a 6-point lead here, just over 35 seconds to go.
But Plainfield answers right back.
And 25 seconds, see if UC will decide to hold it. We're up 4.
I think you've got to hold it
you gotta hold it here.
unless there's a beautiful look at the rim. Don't know if that was
Not
it,
a
but
great look.
jump ball called, interestingly.
See, I don't know if that's a great shot to take.
Yep. Big contested.
This gives Plainfield opportunity now to cut this to 2-point, potential 1-point deficit. Going into the fourth quarter, so big time here. Just over 10 seconds to go. Almost a
Laterno
steal.
nearly gets the steal.
And they hit it.
Instead, Plainfield rewarded for their hustle.
And that not holding that ball is going to come. That's going to come into – that's a big deal.
I believe that will be a
End of quarter.
end of quarter. That will be end of quarter. I think UC will get the ball going into the fourth quarter. I mean, what do you think UC is really talking about in this end of the third frame to get themselves going into the fourth quarter to really finish this game out?
I think it's just like what Plainfield, I just talked about Plainfield a few minutes ago. I think it's just shot selection from UC. Just, it's going to use this as a prime example. 25 seconds to go. You're up by 4. You're the better team. I don't know, just me, just like you said earlier, might as well take your time, let it end of the quarter. It's just those mistakes that could come in costly towards the end of the game. I think UC just needs to limit those. But once they limit those, they're the better team. They are the better team. Plainfield's been doing great to handle this, and they've been great to stay in the game. But I think UC just calm down, just calm down.
Yep, and I mean, there's so many scorers on this JV team. So many guys that will, eventually go on to the varsity level, become great scorers at that level. And speaking of great scorers at that level, Luke Shore, the second Viking this week to hit 1,000 points. In all of Viking history, there's only been 12 people to hit 1,000 points. Wow. This week, there's been 2. AJ Altabelli earlier this week against Elizabeth at the Dunn Center, and now Luke Shore against Plainfield at Franklin High School. What an accomplishment for him.
Yeah, Kane's out there on the JV team. It reminds me a bit of Luke Shore. Both
definitely.
Deadly 3 balls.
They both have a role, and they execute at a very high level in that role.
Yeah, they both run the same type of plays to, both on the inbound under the hoop to get them wide open in that corner for the 3. Similar plays, and those are the prime guys. Height will get the ball. Plainfield coaches yelling, deny, 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 and he's lucky to get in there. Plainfield playing heavy defense. Here comes Jay.
And Gabby Ziegenball actually with a chance to make it 3 players in a span of a week.
Oh, wow.
I mean, what an accomplishment that would be for Union Catholic basketball overall. So Laterno on the ball. And then if this JV team could finish it off with a county championship on top, wow. Illegal screen is called.
Yeah, he bumped Joey. His feet weren't set. So good call there by the ref.
And, it's kind of understandable setting an illegal screen, right? It's easier to set a better screen when you're running with momentum. A bit hard to, stand still with both feet on the ground. Not as much force going into the other player. Kind of getting beat up a little bit. But you got to stay still. Because otherwise it's just not fair for the defensive player. because you're basically being hit by a middle linebacker up the middle.
It's like Guns Around You will check in. Had a really good freshman game. Come in for Jay Kane.
Yep, he'll occasionally come into the game when Coach Young wants, a young guard spark off the bench.
Good shooter, too. Phenomenal shooter, so he almost replaces Jay.
Turns it over there, unfortunately. Usually really, really good with the ball. Jaden Height gets it right back. Dribbles through 2 guys. And Letourneau escapes the pressure and is fouled.
Really tight game here. UC just up by 2 with 7 minutes to go. Plainfield does have 2 fouls, though. So that could come in clutch for UC down in the stretch when fouls will be the biggest part of the game. So it'll be tough to see either team making a real run. Both teams neck and neck this whole game.
Peralta holding the ball, setting up shop at the Viking logo. Nearly turns it over, escapes well, out to Height.
Close to the back court.
It was really close. I like UC slowing it down here. No reason to go fast. And it's Letourneau down low.
Letourneau.
Just misses it.
It's a good cut. It's a good
Love
goal
the
by
look.
Letourneau, yeah. Plainfield first lead of the oh, can't make it. Letourneau with the rebound. Looks like he'll carry the ball up.
Travel is called. That is a brutal mistake right there. Unfortunate break there for the Vikings. As a guard, you got to be confident with the ball going up the court. Obviously not the main ball handler, but nonetheless. Obviously a 2-point lead is not enough to milk for the Vikings, but you do want to cling on for this to as long as possible. Great block there from Rogers. Off the strong side. Now Height looks to slow it down. Like this move. No reason to go fast. Might as well milk all 8 seconds you have in the backcourt. Handoff to Height is successful. Now it's Kendall up top. Godzrowski gets it back in the backcourt, and it'll be a backcourt violation. No deflection there.
Costly turnover for Union Catholic here. This game's been a 2-point game for this whole quarter. Both teams not scored in the first 2 minutes and 9 seconds. So nothing really separating these teams these last few minutes. Been neck and neck the whole game.
Foul call there.
Foul call on Rogers, it looks like.
Peralta guards the ball. And Plainfield inexplicably turns it over, totally unforced.
Terrible timing, too.
Yep, I mean, that is just really a coach's sleep paralysis demon right there. Peralta receives it in the backcourt.
It's like parents on Plainfield not liking that turnover. See what Peralta can muster up here. He's been great all game.
Hands it off to Kendall. Motion offense here.
Comes Peralta. Gets his own board. What a finish.
I mean, that's athletic. I don't even know if he went down with it. He just put it straight back up.
That is extremely athletic.
Io nearly got the steal. Peralta blown by. Rogers with the help. Great execution there by Plainfield, right? Rogers had to come up on the help defense, and Plainfield just dumps it off where the help came from. Great pass by Rogers. And UC looks to reset.
Yeah, it looked like they'll slow down a bit, just over 4 minutes, but they could really shave off a ton of time if Plainfield doesn't decide to press here.
Definitely, right? You want to try to get, a quick transition bucket. If you can't get it, might as well slow it down.
Plainfield almost a steal there. It's Peralta.
And, you know, you're doing the math. You might have maybe 10 to 12 possessions left. You really want to milk them for all they're worth. Try to get good shots, high-quality looks.
Be a foul called. Plainfield looks like. So, ladies and gentlemen, that will be their 4th foul. One more, and UC will be in the bonus. And that, in a tight game like this, that is a huge deal.
Height receives it out to Kendall in the corner. Off the Rogers screen. Resets. Out to Kendall. In the corner. It's Isle. Kendall for 3 off the wing.
Peralta, what a...
I like the idea of trying to throw it off the defender. Don't think he realized that the defender actually ducked. Instead, it just went straight off the defender's back to a different Plainfield guy. Plainfield will bring it up.
Still a 2-point game.
Guarded by Peralta. Io nearly gets the steal. Forget about nearly. He does force the jump ball.
Jump ball. Let's stay with Plainfield.
And that's why he's really out there on the court. And, you know, some players out for Union Catholic today, really allowing some depth players to show what talents they have deep on the bench. It'll be Peralta out, Gunzarowski in.
Oh, it'll be back court will be called there, so another.
A second inexplicable turnover there by the Cardinals. I mean, these are just killing the Cardinals right now.
Yeah, another terrible turnover. So let's see if UC can finally, like, take care of it and, you know, use the turnover to their advantage.
Yeah, you got to put Plainfield to bed eventually, right?
Yeah.
When you have such a high-quality team, you can't just play around with them.
I know Plainfield's been in this because both teams have been making the same amount of errors, same type of errors. But as long as you take care of, you get the turnover, you got to take care of it now, get the points.
And you've got maybe 8 possessions left. You got to milk them for all they're worth.
Freshmen were also in this type of situation. Freshmen were up 2 with about 3.5 minutes to go. As you know, freshmen did win that by 4. So they played exceptional that game. They did hold it for a long time. Let's see, Rogers.
Beautiful look by Gunzarowski hitting Rogers on the roll. Unfortunately, he could not get the layup to go.
Let's see if Plainfield will rush here. Rogers fighting down low hard. The foul will be called. It'll be UC's 3rd team foul. Rogers' 3rd foul, I believe. That's something to watch these next few minutes.
Makes the first, cuts the deficit down to 1. Potential to tie it up here.
Yeah. I mean, these are the type of things where, when I was a freshman, it'd be nerve-wracking. A tight game like this against a really athletic team, neck and neck, yeah.
And they give up the long rebound. That's almost worse than the free throw being made.
Peralta, strong rebound there. See if Peralta will press. He has numbers here. He can take it himself. It'll be a blocking foul, looks like.
Yeah, the Plainfield defender did not have his feet set in time. Loved the hustle there. But unlucky.
Plainfield's 5th team foul. Peralta can make this a 3-point lead. They haven't been up by 3 since the end of the 3rd quarter here. Excellent foul shot by Peralta, taking his time. Peralta makes both in the clutch. Just under 3 minutes to go. see what Plainfield would draw up here. Still a lot of time to run their plays, run their sets. It's the and one. Plainfield with the opportunity to tie this game. Missed foul shot there.
I mean, this is really a team that we're seeing at almost all 3 levels of basketball for the boys, just unable to close out games against teams that you really should be beating. But as of late, they have done a good job of at least closing out and finishing the deal, just causing a bit of anxiety for their coaches down the stretch.
Yeah, I wonder what changed with the Union Catholic team. I mean, you told us earlier that UC won this by double digits at the Rico, which
and they
is
were 11-0. Yep.
Which is a tougher environment. They were 11-0, and they've gone on a little bit of a losing streak almost. And I wonder what changed.
I mean, do we have to take away the cheerleaders? What is it?
Yeah.
And both of their losses were actually at home.
Plainfield with the steal. Minute and 30. Just over a minute 30 left. You see up by 1, so nerve-wracking moments here for both squads. The turnover here.
Height goes to run.
Height can take the 2-on-1. Gonzarowski elects to go out with it.
He'll pull it from the corner.
And he'll go in. Get the
in
bounce.
and in.
Gets the swirl. You see, well, that will take UC to a 4-point lead with a minute 20 to go.
What a shot from the kid there. Jaden Height draining the 3 from the corner, in, out, and then back in. Timeout called by Coach Young. It's a full timeout. What do you think Coach Young is discussing with his team right now? Minute 21 left, up by 4.
I think he's going to tell them actually to stay up on Plainfield, because the more and more UC retreats in these final moments, the more and more Plainfield will take it to the hoop, take it down low, and UC isn't foul trouble, 4 fouls, and one more foul will get them a line. So I'm interested to see if Coach Young applies maybe a little bit of a press, but then back off a bit. It's interesting to see. I mean, you're up by 4.
Yep.
There is an opportunity for Plainfield to break that off, easily, because they are a very quick team. But no, if Coach Young puts pressure and Plainfield gets nervous, a turnover could be coming your way.
Definitely, and they're only down by 4 here, and they had 2 inexplicable turnovers, 1 backcourt violation, 1 ball being thrown out of bounds. That's really difference in this game.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say, just be better, because we're in the booth, but those are just mistakes that you got to clean up if you want to win a game in Union County basketball. You can't be having a backcourt violation like that. And UC has taken advantage well. They've started to pull away. Like we said that these Union Catholic teams, they have struggles pulling away in late games, in competitive games, especially in Union County. Here they are.
So, it looks like UC will press, actually, to put pressure on Plainfield. Smart play by Young here. I really do like it.
I think Plainfield came out with a really unorthodox press break.
Yeah.
That this Coach Young press is not, necessarily conducive to beating. You could tell Jaden Height was looking for a guard to, find and pick up, but there were no guards in the front court. Instead, you have a surplus of guys in the backcourt, and they get one really quickly. And just break that press with ease. Gonzarowski on the ball.
Plainfield already taking 20 seconds off the clock, so see if he can hit this 3. And it goes.
Cuts the lead to 1. 1 minute remaining. I was stripped, but he's fouled.
And he'll go to line.
What a break there for the Vikings. Nearly turn it over. You're double team in the corner. That ball's as good as dead.
Now he's got to make his foul shots. This is where team fouls come in handy. This is where, legends are made. It's on the line in tight games like this.
Tactical foul is called. It will be on the Plainfield coach. So that will extend the surplus of free throws coming here for the Vikings. And it'll, of course, be Jay Kane taking the free throws.
Not a great time for the coach to be talking. Just at the end of the game.
I mean, yeah, you're really gaining momentum here. You just hit a 3.
Yeah, this is on the coach giving Union Catholic more of an opportunity to win.
Definitely. It's unfortunate.
Tight times and you can't control your emotion. Misses the first. Plainfield coach still irate about that call. Still letting the refs hear it. Nails a second, so UC will be up by 2. There's a little safety blanket
With
foul shot there.
Technical fouls coming on the free throw.
It's like Jay Kane be at the line.
Yep. Even on the regular free throws from the shooting foul. Sorry, not the shooting foul, but the foul in the corner.
Yeah.
There were no people on the block because nonetheless UC will remain with possession no matter what happens on those free throws. So no need to put guys on the line.
See if Jay can cash this in.
Misses the first. Historical fact about the main referee. He's actually related by family to star Indiana basketball player Ethan Mbako.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was a Roseville Catholic standout 5-star, committed to Duke, decommitted
Wow.
from there, went to Indiana.
So he knows the game well. Jay makes the second.
There will not be any more free throws. I'm always interested to see, how many free throws come out. I feel like I just never know how many are about to come. UC will remain with possession, up by 3 now. Nice little cushion there.
Yeah, in total, UC making 2 out of the 4, so could be better, could be worse, but we'll take that.
Plainfield coach, I believe, wants a timeout. Doesn't get it. Maybe I'm just totally misreading the situation. Peralta breaks it well.
See what Peralta getting amazing patience there by Peralta to bring the ball
No
back
reason
close.
to even think about putting up a shot here.
35 seconds to go here to see if Plainfield will decide to foul soon.
Peralta in the corner gives up a traveling violation. That is a tough call there for the Vikings.
That might have been a bit of a makeup call. That was questionable.
And for Plainfield, you do exactly what you need to do, right? You have the ball in the corner with the baseline and the sideline there. It's almost like 3rd and 4th defenders, and they get the turnover.
Miller, what do you think? Quick 2 or 3? 25 seconds to go.
I think you go quick, too. No reason to really, have to put up a 3. Obviously, a 3 is nice, but then you give Union Catholic a chance to take the lead back on the other end.
So taking a lot of time out of this possession. Not a great high percentage shot.
That's not my kind of quick 2.
No.
If you're thinking quick 2, you mean layup, right? There's no such thing as quick 2, and it's a floater. Unless you're like a floater merchant like SGA. But right there, not what you really want to see out of them. Union Catholic with the timeout. What do you think Coach Young is discussing in this timeout with 16 seconds remaining, up 3?
I think it's just don't foul,
Yep.
honestly. If I was a coach, it's kind of tough in this type of situation. Plainfield's been good on the 3. I think Plainfield's mindset will be going for the quick 2. It will be Union Catholic's ball. But just not silly mistakes. Take your time. Be calm. It's more of a mindset thing in these types of moments because it's a close game. It is speed and skill, but I'm sure Coach Young will draw up a really good press break play.
Yep, you definitely want to go for the quick steal or, 5-second violation, travel, things of that nature. Then you want to try to get an 8-second violation. After the 8-second violation, you got to foul. There's no room to just, try to get a steal in the half-court offense. And then from there, you just got to hope Union Catholic misses both of their free throws, honestly, because if this gets extended to a 4 or 5 point game, this game is really as good as over.
Interesting to see if Plainfield will let UC get the ball in. Maybe they're UC's worst shooter, see if they establish that.
And
Bit of a gamble, though.
For Plainfield, you've got to be looking happy that they put Jay Kane on the line. He goes 1 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're feeling confident in
Yeah.
their ability to miss free throws.
Yeah. Yeah, Jane and Jay had the opportunity before. They missed 2 foul shots. This game would have been a completely different story if UC was up by 2 more points, which would have been 5. Instead, they're up by 3. Let's see if UC can get the ball in. They can to Jay.
Yeah, you got to foul now. Good foul there. Didn't let too much time bleed off the clock. Only 5 or 6 seconds. That's exactly what you needed.
See if
Now
Jay
you've
can
just
at least make 1.
You've just got to hope that Union Catholic misses if you're Plainfield. And if you're Union Catholic, you just got to make 1. Because there is a massive difference between 3 and 4 points.
Nails the first one.
And that's just a massive shot. I mean, this shot right here doesn't necessarily matter as much, right? A difference between 4 and 5, not that big of a deal.
It's like Plainfield chirping a bit too late. Should have done that on the last foul shot.
They're definitely making sure Jay misses this free throw. In and out for Jay.
Don't foul for UC. Do not foul.
Yep, stopping the clock here. Big
Do
mistake.
not foul. Hands up. That'll be game.
Great way to close it out for the Vikings.
Just 2 seconds to go, but as long as Union Catholic gets the ball in, it's game. So
Absolutely great late game execution by them. Didn't necessarily like what they had going in, the second quarter. They went into halftime with a big deficit, about like 4 or 5, right? And then in the third quarter, they just really exploded, and they have not given up this lead. Height inbounds it. Plainfield will not foul, and this JV team will get the win. What a win for this squad. They sweep Plainfield on the season. I mean, what a great win by Coach Young and the guys. Got anything to say?
just phenomenal all year round, all team round, honestly. I'm looking at, Christian Peralta. I think he handled the point excellent today,
Yep.
I think John Johnson was, he's UC's main JV guy, but Peralta kind of took over for him and kind of took over his shoes as a team leader. And Peralta's a freshman, so extreme leadership shown by him, and I'm impressed, and he'll be good in the future years. But like we say with the JV, depth is amazing at the team. So they have a full team that could play, that could just ball out.
Yep, especially because they were really short-handed today because of the varsity game. You didn't have RJ, you didn't have Tyler Altabelli, and you didn't have John Johnson out with injury. I mean, next up, we have a doubleheader here Monday at UC. It's the girls varsity who are playing at 4:30 on senior day. Gabby Ziegenball, as we said before, needs 23 points to hit 1,000. That will be the third Viking in a span of a week, not a calendar week, but 7 days, to hit 1,000 points. What an accomplishment for UC basketball overall. That game is then followed by JV boys basketball. It'll be a county tournament game. They're 15-2 right now. So please join us for those 2 games. And for that, stay tuned.
Be a good one.